With that, we will move on. Administrator Zeldin, thank you for being here today. In your 112 days since your confirmation, you have taken steps to address Biden's unconstitutional Waters of the United States rule, so thank you very much. That was something at the state of Nebraska we fought going back for years. You've issued waivers to allow the summertime sale of E15 nationwide. You've empowered states to play an active role in federal programming. And before we start my questioning today, I want to thank you for that order, Administrator. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting rural America and Nebraska farmers. Thank you for providing regulatory certainty. And thank you for taking steps to clean up the mess that you inherited. On that vein, I'm encouraged by the EPA's transmission of the Renewable Fuel Standard rulemaking to the Office of Management and Budget. I know that everybody here knows that I love this committee because we get to talk about biofuels, and so that's what we're going to do for a little bit here. Earlier conversations, Administrator, renewable fuel obligations drive the markets. We've had this conversation in real ways that benefit Nebraskans and specifically Nebraska row crop producers. A strong RVO creates strong markets that producers are in desperate need of right now in today's farm economy. Last week, and just to give you an example of how this works, last week, based on rumors of D4 RVOs being set at roughly 4.625 billion gallons, soybean basis dropped almost 30%. So it has a big impact on the market. I'm hopeful to see a biomass-based diesel target set at 5.25 billion gallons and ethanol targets set at no lower than 15 billion gallons. Nebraska's farmers and biofuel stakeholders are relying on it. The Biden administration failed to these constituents time and time again with late, underprojected RVOs, and you have the opportunity to correct that. In your efforts to bring the EPA back into RFS compliance, what is your anticipated timeline for the final RVO rulemaking?
The draft proposed rule is currently at OMB. We expect the proposed rule to be finalized and released very soon. We'll go through rulemaking. That includes the public comment period. We'll finalize this as quickly as we possibly can. Senator Ricketts, your advocacy is very well noted at EPA. You've been a passionate, tireless advocate for your constituents on this topic. We know how important it is to you, so we will get this done as fast as humanly possible.
So when you say soon, are you thinking the summer? Are you thinking the fall? What are you thinking?
Much faster.
Okay, great. Supporting biofuels is consistent also with President Trump's mandate to unleash American energy. Year-round nationwide E15 sales are a no-brainer, in my humble opinion. It's affordable, drives farm profit, and lessens reliance on adversaries for energy. Thank you for your administrative action earlier this year to allow E15 summertime sales, but producers and industries rely on certainty throughout the year and actually need a permanent legislative fix. Once more, again, for the record, do you think enacting the nationwide Consumer and Fuel Retailer Choice Act is the best way to get E15 permanently authorized year-round?
Senator, if Congress was to do this statutorily, it would be the fastest, easiest, most durable solution.
Great. And then we've also visited about the importance of crop protection tools. I noticed the chairman was talking about that a little bit earlier. Last month, I sent you a letter with 79 bicameral signatures calling for the use of sound science and risk-based analysis as the executive branch considers options to address chronic illness. I'd like to submit this letter for the record, and since I'm the chairman, we'll do it without objection. I'm encouraged by your commitment in my office before your confirmation and at your hearing and in the follow-up conversations to implement these principles. As radical environmentalists try to push their anti-agriculture agenda, these commitments becomes increasingly important and consequential. Once again, do I have your commitment to ensure that the executive action relating to the safe, critical crop protection tools and food-grade ingredients that you take as part of this review will be based on sound science and risk-based analysis?
Yes, Senator.
Great. Thank you very much. I urge you to use the resources provided by the EPA to the EPA by Congress in ways that are consistent with our intent. Again, thank you for the work that you've already done. The EPA protects human health and environment by maximizing every dollar to provide clean and safe drinking water, minimizing exposure to forever chemicals, providing regulatory certainty to Nebraska agricultural producers and industry, complying with the statutory mandates, And I look forward to working with you and other members of this committee and the appropriators to ensure that you have robust funding to be able to do this. Thank you, Administrator, for your work and for being here today. And with that, I will go to Senator Alsobrooks.